Welcome back again. Here we have Dimitri's 2020 Corolla ZR. So bit of an SQ build to go in this thing. We've got some pretty cool stuff to go in. So I better get some boxes out and show you what's going in. This is gonna be sick. Like, this is gonna be an epic little system. Box of Roadkilll, box of BAM. Pretty standard. Focal Utopia M 3-ways for the front. So we've got our tweeters, mid-range and 6.5 mid-bass. From there, our Helix Q15W. Now, I don't think I've actually seen one of these installed in Australia. I know that this is the last one that's in Australia currently. So this will be very fun. And what Dimitri asked for is he wanted it reverse mounted in the boot, flat on the floor. Oh yeah. We're gonna make this thing look super cool in the boot. So on top of that, running with our Helix stuff, we have a Helix P6 DSP. We have a Helix P1. P6 DSP is basically our 6-channel, 120 RMS per channel at 4 ohm amplifier and an 8-channel DSP as well. That is then gonna output to feed our P1. It is a mono and it is rated at 1500 watt RMS. And when you see the size of this thing, it doesn't make a lot of sense. It runs on 4 gauge. Audio-Tech Fisher rate them at 1500, but I can pretty safely guarantee that dynamically they're gonna be closer to probably about the 1800 RMS marker. And for this baby over here, I think she going boogie. She going real boogie. This thing should sound awesome. We've got the front doors pretty much done and sorted. So let's have a look. As you can see, lots of BAM, and this is all double layered. So internally as well, we've got layer of Roadkilll, layer of BAM, same on the inner skin as well as the outer, which has definitely made them solid. Solid. And of course the knock test. Oh yeah, it's like concrete. Love it. So that's basically where we're at with those. We also managed to get fresh 16 gauge Stinger Pro run through. These are plugs in those door jambs, which was an absolute prick, but got it through, got it done. There it is coming through the inside. You can't see any bullshit wire anywhere. Got to clean up our fingerprints off the jam obviously, but that's not necessary right this second. So I can throw a couple photos in of me just managing to actually get that through the plugs. Had to modify the plug and obviously drill it out, get that thing to actually fit in there. But that is both of these doors sorted. And one of the things we like to do on big builds or big SQ builds as such is trying to seal the front doors, because obviously sealing up the front doors is going to make a massive difference to the amount of mid-bass that you're going to have out of those things. In most doors, you've got service holes, right? That's access to be able to get inside to the window mech or whatever it might be. You know, you need to be able to get that window mech out of the door, so they need to have openings. Those openings are inherently bad for your speaker because the back wave of the speaker is then going to shoot out of that and then affect the front wave of the speaker, which is all going to sit in behind the door trim and basically cause phase cancellation. And what that means is that you're gonna start losing audio because of that cancellation. So that be the case, we normally make block-off plates, which would be, you know, either acrylic or whether it's resin-coated MDF or something along those lines, and that will just give you that sealed enclosure inside the door, or as sealed as you can get it, and just bring out the mid-bass of those speakers. More to the point, this factory Corolla has block-off plates. You can see we've got little spinny tabs. Those basically undo, and this whole plate just comes straight out. So for us, that is an absolute win, because you know what that means? We didn't need to make block-off plates. We basically just deaden the factory plastic plates that are in here, and it's like a sub box. So the mid-bass in this thing is going to slam. Hells yeah. So that's cool. We've only just basically started on this thing, so we haven't got a great deal into it. Obviously, we've got the front doors done. We had pulled apart the rear doors and done a little bit of deadening in them, but we're not doing speakers in the rear, so we've actually put block-off plates into those rear, where the factory speakers were, just to stop any resonance or anything coming through from those back doors. And the only other thing we've done is, if I get my mat out, started deadening all of the boot. So that's getting there. This side needs to continue, but definitely making strides. And the amount of space that's in here is awesome. That's gonna make for a very good sub block. Box is going to be a stack fab base, so that will build up a few layers, then probably box off from there, come up a little bit further. The actual boot floor height is about here. So the boot floor is actually quite high in this boot. And being that the case, it means we've got tons of space to work with for airspace. So we're gonna be able to get at least that 2 to 2.5 cubic foot out of this box, which is gonna be wicked. This sub is gonna play the low lows like nobody's business. All of the wub. So then the plan of attack on the front stage. So we've already had a look at what we're gonna do with the mid bass. That's pretty standard, obviously back into those factory positions. But as for the mids and tweeters, now let's have a look. This has the factory JBL system in it, which actually has some pretty cool looking little pillars. It's nice to see Toyota actually doing something a little bit fancy. And just like that side as well, our idea is we're gonna try and copy this idea. So basically, if we can take that same style shape, we can enlarge it slightly, make it attached to the pillars still, probably make it out of acrylic, then that way our tweeter can mount in, keep that factory style shape and see how that goes. The mid-ranges, well, what better spot than right next to the tweeters? We've got that spot on the top of the dashboard just here, and that is going to be where our mid-range goes. So I am gonna take this and I'm gonna basically make a new one of these out of acrylic with a ring in it, put a little bit of a kick on it so that it's angling it in slightly, and that should work really well. Bring them out, put some grills on them, they're gonna look wicked. So again, bonus, we're gonna be within 10 centimeters of tweeter to mid-range. That is always a good thing when you're trying to do an SQ build, to try to keep those mids and tweeters tight together. Just means it's gonna be a little bit easier on the tuning side when you get to it. Thanks for watching, guys. Quick little intro for this one. We'll be back next time and get some build progress happening in this. I think next round is going to be getting into that boot and starting to build some stuff. Like, subscribe, comment, all the above. Tell me what you think of the videos. I now have a Patreon as well, so if anyone's out there and wants to support my channel, I would absolutely love that. Until next time, thanks for watching, guys. Like, subscribe. See you next time. Bye.